Hello, everybody. Here we are again. I'm Josh Tagg with the Mortgages for Less team at Axiom Mortgage Solutions, Jay Lewis at Remax Excellence. Together, we are the Edmonton Home Team. And as you know, we are blogging on a weekly basis. And today we wanted to talk a little bit more about what it would be like if you choose Edmonton for your next or first home.
Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. So
Good.
oftentimes people call Jay, you say you receive calls from people in Ontario or in BC, and they're asking a question. That question is, should I choose to move in Edmonton? Maybe they've noticed prices are different. Maybe they've seen something else. How does that conversation usually go for you, Jay?
Yeah, so Calgary is a beautiful city. The mountains are, just over an hour away. It's a gorgeous spot to live, but what we're finding is this $200,000 spread almost, it makes it hard to afford to live there. Edmonton, yes, it's a little bit of a further drive to the mountains, but you can take the weekend off. You don't need to work weekends to afford your housing. So with the significant gap in housing prices, we're seeing so much more pressure on Edmonton market now. Way more affordable, makes it extremely attractive to live here. We have tons of festivals, lots of parks. It's a great place to live, and people are now choosing Edmonton over Calgary. It seems to be in larger and larger numbers.
So if somebody is choosing Edmonton, of course, there's the choice of, do I live in Edmonton proper? If I'm in Edmonton, even maybe what part of the city, but also Edmonton's surrounded by several different municipalities.
So again, it kind of like breaks down to there's several reasons why or how we come to determination of like where you should live. If you work downtown and you're looking for that lifetown or that lifestyle of vibrancy, maybe you want to be around the university, downtown core. Well, obviously you should live in Edmonton proper, but maybe you're raising a family, maybe you need a bit of a larger house and the budget's coming into play, then we start looking at surrounding areas. So really it comes down to like how far are you willing to drive to get to work? Where do you work? What kind of life do you want with your children? And maybe what kind of house do you want and what can you afford to buy? And that's how we pick what neighborhood we should go to. Edmonton has an average home price as we see here. This is in February of 2024. This is a 3-bed, 2-bathroom with a double garage, about $474,000. And this is going to be all of Edmonton. It's going to cost more to live in certain areas inside of Edmonton, but as a benchmark, average price, this is what you can expect to see if you decide you want to live in Edmonton. If we start thinking about the surrounding areas, just on the east side of Edmonton, we have Sherwood Park. Sherwood Park is a bustling community. It's very well established. A lot of people who live in Sherwood Park will work on the very extreme east side of Edmonton. There's some refineries there, but now there's actually a bus service right downtown, and you can commute right into downtown from Sherwood Park. This is a little bit more of an expensive area to live. 3-bed, 2-bath, double car garage. In February of 2024, we're at $495,000. Very few listings come up in Sherwood Park. When they do, it sells quick, and it's a very, very desirable spot to live if you can afford it. Fantastic spot to live. Just north and just east of Edmonton is Fort Saskatchewan. We've heard a lot about Fort Saskatchewan in this last little while. There's a ton of money pouring in there. We're seeing some refinery upgrades. We're seeing these businesses are pouring a ton of money in there. So average home price still quite a bit more affordable, $447,500. So what we're going to find is there's going to be a whole bunch more sort of pressure on Fort Saskatchewan, I think, as these refineries come, as they get to be built, and all the population pressure is on Fort Sask. These prices are going to rise, but for now, it's affordable. There's a ton of great value in Fort Saskatchewan, just northeast of the city. If you're commuting into the city, depending on where you're going, it's about up to a 20-minute drive. So the next area we have is St. Albert. St. Albert is another bedroom community. This is on the northwest corner of Edmonton. Again, it's very similar to Sherwood Park, except maybe it's just a little bit more less blue collar workers, a little more people that are commuting right into downtown. It's as we see, $499,000 to live here. Still, there's not very many listings. The tax is a little bit higher, but it's got a fantastic downtown core. It's got a beautiful little valley you can walk through. Great shopping, great place to live. If you can afford it, fantastic option for sure for you here. Spruce Grove and Stony Plain is very popular. If you are on the east side of Spruce Grove, I was with a client there last week, and we were, talking about should we live in the extreme west end of Edmonton, or maybe think about Spruce Grove. We mapped it out, 4-minute drive time difference. So if you live, depending on where you live in Spruce Grove, lots of great options here. 3-bed, 2-bath garage, about $446,000. So highly affordable, tons of great value. You're still getting some bigger lots. Exciting things happen in Spruce Grove. There's a new ball diamond going in there. Lots of building going on. So great spot to invest in, great spot to buy in. And it's a real nice small town atmosphere in Spruce Grove and Stony Plain. Great spot to live as well. I do enjoy this area for sure a lot. Leduc and Nisku, are you commuting lots? You need to get back and forth to the airport. This is a fantastic spot for you as well. Maybe you're working in the oil field as well. There's a little bit of this based here. So Leduc and Nisku at $459,500. Same style house, 3-bed, 2-bath, double car garage. In February, this is the pricing. As you can see, as we're sort of circling around the city, there's some bigger, better options for a little bit less money. Leduc Nisku is a great option. The last spot we have that we like to talk about is Beaumont. Beaumont's an interesting spot to be. It's quite a French community. It's an old community, very much bilingual. Their stop signs are in French and English. They have larger homes there, but their price is about $489,000. It's a pretty quick commute into the city. They have a new road that'll help you access. There's one, go north on 50th, or this other option called Spine Road that you can get to, and it has really helped. In the past, Beaumont's been tough to commute into the city, but now with this new road opening, it's definitely made it a lot easier. Beaumont, again, has a hard time with listings. When they come on, they go very quickly. Hard to buy a house there, but if you can afford it and you like this sort of community, it's a fantastic spot to live. So that's sort of a macro outlook on Edmonton and surrounding areas. Next week, we'll maybe dive into each area a little bit tighter and talk a little bit more in depth of what area has to offer and maybe why you should consider that one specifically.
Thanks so much for sharing that there, Jay. Definitely looking forward to learning a bit more about each of these communities, and especially for our viewers here who are considering Edmonton, but from other places in the country who don't really understand it. It's great to understand the differences between being in the city and being in some of the not very far, but surrounding bedroom communities. So we'll share more of that information next time. Thanks, Jay. It's great seeing you again, and we'll talk to you all later. Make sure you like and subscribe our page. We'll keep bringing you more and more content every single week. Thank you.